Hello, it's Miss Smith, and welcome to a portion of your technology workshop with Schoology. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you just what your blended learning class will look like through Schoology after you've gotten everything set up and started. So as you can see, you can sign up here, but what I'm going to do is log into my account. And I'm going to show you just how things look. So once you type in your email address and your password and you press log in, you'll see a screen that looks like this. So I'm just going to point out some things that are going on this screen, since this is an actual blended learning class that's already in effect. Right here you have your recent activity. You can see things that Schoology offers, articles in relation to having blended learning classes. As you feed through here, you'll even see your students where they are responding to the blended online class. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you to one of my courses. So you click on courses and you'll see that I have a couple of courses. The one I'm going to share with you is my novel study, The Watsons Go to Birmingham course. So when you click on it, you actually can see everything that I've made available to the students. I have a welcome for them, a place they can get help and support, my syllabus, things that they will be able to do after completing the novel study. I also go over their Netiquette basics, how they should act online. I give them resources to the Atlanta Public Library, resources to improve their typing skills. They take a virtual field trip. They have reading and language skills practice. They have a task checklist in this folder. They have kid blog posts that they do in this folder. They also have voice threads that they listen to in this folder. They have discussions they must complete in this folder. They have vocabulary and comprehension activities in this folder. And then each one of my reading groups, I'll show you inside of this folder, actually have their assignments. My reading groups are different types of candy. So if you're a Skittle, you would click on your reading group and you would notice that the assignments are within there. If you ever want to go back, you could just use the back button, or you can just go back to materials and it'll take you back to the main page. At the very bottom, you'll see I have resources for them, and you'll see where I assign them chapter quizzes, chapter 1, chapter 2, quizzes on chapter 3 and 4, and I also ask them every week, how do they feel about the modules for that week? So that's pretty much how the basics will be set up. Once you get all of this done, the kids can navigate on their own. You'll also see over here where you have updates. And the updates would be sometimes things that I want to type to the class to tell them. You'll see where the students talk to me. The students are dialoguing with each other, which is very important. There's positive dialogue going on. You'll also see that there's a grade book that's included in here. So you can take your grades from here and you can import them right over to eSchool Plus where we do our grades. You'll see that the grades that I have for them have already been pushed out, but you would see that their grades would appear here. Grade setup would just be setting up what grade you want to give them, and we'll get into that with more detail in additional workshops after our basic workshop, the technology workshop, just on the beginning stages of Schoology. The students also earn badges as they participate, and I can give these badges. I didn't actually use these with this blended learning class, but they are available. I can also take attendance, which I do not use because we already do that through Fulton County Schools, through eSchool Plus. And members. When you click on members, you can see all the students in your class. If anyone happens to leave the class or the school, you can easily unenroll them so that they're not in the class. You'll see that my students have added their own pictures, so they have a profile pic if they choose. Overall, this is pretty much what the Schoology platform looks like, okay? You can create several courses, a math course, a reading course, You can have different groups if you choose, and I usually just put my groups within my blended learning class. You can add resources here that you can share with other teachers. And over here, the students can also send you emails. As you can see, we talk back and forth through email on here. This would be requests. If a student requested a certain assignment, they want me to reset a quiz, that will be here. And back to the home where you see my recent activity. So overall, Schoology is just a classroom online. You don't have to do everything through Schoology, but you can pick a portion of something that you do in your classroom and you can make it an online class. So what you saw today is that with me teaching reading, language arts, and social studies, I didn't put the whole reading class on here. What I did is I created a novel study, one novel, all assignments based off that novel, and all skills that were addressed and concepts came from our content standards with that one novel. Hopefully this gives you an idea of what your blended learning class can look like. You've got your work here, and you've also got your work in the classroom, and together we learn online and in the classroom. Talk to you soon as we move on to the other portions of our workshop.